Good evening again, lad. I didn't think I'd see you today. It being Friday, after all. I thought you'd be running around with your friends or spending time with that copper-headed bruja you like to call a girlfriend, or what I like to call a best friend's sister. Anyways, so what brings you here? Oh, that's right, I called you in here, did I? Harry, I'm not trying to be an owl hole, but who called who? Yes, I know owls say who. Where was I? Boy, these Fridays really tire an old wizard like me out. Fridays I usually start to grade papers around 9 a.m., and I always start out very critical. I'll knock off points for the slightest error. But I get tired pretty fast, so the latter half I kind of just pencil whip it, and if you made an attempt, that's an A, which coincidentally, I grade alphabetically. So if your last name begins with M and onwards, congrats, it's your lucky day. I've done this for years, decades even. If the Ministry of Magic were to ever simply cross-reference GPA with an alphabetized school roster, I'd be in hot water. They'd want my badge and my wand for sure. As the great Spartan wizard Spilificus said during the Battle of Magic Thermopylae, come and hocus pocus. Harry, you can't trust the magic feds. They loom us. In fact, I wouldn't doubt if some students here are actually 45-year-old men acting undercover using polyjuice potions. I'm asking you, lad, keep an eye out. If you see something completely normal, let me know, because too normal is actually suspicious around here. If you go to lunch and see a young wizard eating a ham and cheese sandwich with no mayo, that's a magic fed, plain and simple. Their greatest flaw is trying to blend in. If we're ever compromised, and sometimes I think it's a matter of when and not if, I've got this whole castle rigged to rocket into the night sky, and we'll begin again on the moon. Yes, I literally ripped it straight from the year 2000 anime film Vampire Hunter D. Bloodlust. Terrible name, but fantastic movie. Really exciting to watch, very creative. You can find it on YouTube for free, actually. Anyways, lad, they're not going to take me alive, that's for sure. It all starts with standardized tests. If those snakes can poison our school with standardized tests, it's all downhill from there. You ever heard of a Scantron Boyo? It's a muggle device for quantifying knowledge into 4, sometimes 5 multiple choice options. E, typically being all of the above, just to really throw you for a loop. Who do you think invented the Scantron? No, not them, the other them. The feds. Why have a professor be hands-on with his students and judge them qualitatively when instead you can boil it down to circles on paper? Let me tell you, lad, there are no multiple-choice questions in the real world, but also in the sense that everything is a multiple-choice question. And don't get me started on true false-style questions. Have you ever seen one of those on any of my tests? No, because I don't play mind games. I'm not like a Ravenclaw GF. Oops, you didn't read my double negative carefully enough, and I purposefully said doesn't instead of does so clearly. You're mentally deficient. That's true false questions, a waste. Good heavens, look at the time. I was supposed to be grading the papers I put off this morning. Where was I? Well, doesn't matter. They're getting A's.